Time to have a further look at the whole map of Seattle, the areas of Seattle, to see, what's been reflected in the Zionist Masonic media, the films especially, okay? All the predictive programming films for the Seattle false flag, November 2018, we think. What should I say? I think. Right. So you got Pike Place Market, the second biggest writing of the whole thing. I mean, it's as big as Capitol Hill, and it's just a market. So why is it so large on the map? Well, there's your ground zero with the Ferris wheel right there. Okay, Ferris Bueller wheel. Let's have a look at the areas. We've got Pike and Pine, right? So that's Albert Pike Street and Pine, the Pine area. The place beyond the Pines, well, we've already looked at that. Let's have a look. Which one is it? Yeah, the place beyond the Pines with the Trident, this Trident submarine, which is of course at Bangor, which is in the Puget Sound, directly opposite Seattle. The so-called nuclear Trident submarines with Trident, Aquaman missiles. Okay. So the place beyond the Pines is Pike Place Market. So yeah, it is the place beyond the Pines. Place, look, Albert Pike Place. So they're pointing directly right there to ground zero, where the boom is supposed to take place, which I reckon won't be a missile. They'll say it's a submarine missile, but it'll just be a placed huge smoke bomb, I reckon. Something that's going to give up a real big mushroom cloud worth of just smoke. True smoke and mirrors. Anyway, let's have a look at the other areas around, right? It gets good, I'm telling you. You got Magnolia, right? And you got that weird movie, Magnolia, starring Tomahawk Cruise missile again. Mr. Mission Impossible, which is all the Seattle false flag. Every single Mission Impossible movie is. Let's go back. Right, so that's Magnolia. I haven't seen that movie in a long time, so I don't know what else is in that movie. I've forgotten. But go down here where you got Lincoln Park. Right, let's see what I got here. Hold on. It's probably in the next page. Yeah. So you got the completely Jewish band Linkin Park with their Bombs Away. You remember that? Highlighted that maybe a couple of years ago. So there's Lincoln Park, and directly opposite that is, there, Manchester by the Sea. Look, Manchester State Park and Manchester, right, on the Puget Sound, directly opposite Lincoln Park. Manchester by the Sea. Let's see if I can find that. Yeah. So we thought that Manchester by the Sea, which came out before the Ariana Grande Manchester no bomb hoax, was just for that. Well, yeah, it was for that, but you got to realize that Ferris is in it, right? Mr. Broderick himself. So it has to be also appointed to the Seattle false flag, because everything about his career, yeah, Mr. Ferris Bueller's career, is about the ground zero Ferris wheel, Seattle, at the Albert Pike Market. And it is, look, there it is, Manchester by the Sea, directly opposite Lincoln Park and, guess what? Boom. Pike Place Market over here. So you got Manchester by the Sea. You've got Seabrook, which is way out in the Mount Olympus area, which is in the film Prometheus. I've done a video on that. So what else we got? We got, let's get back to Seattle. You've got a couple of South Parks right there. Now, let me see if I can find it. Where is it? I know that I came across South Park, a couple of places called South Park. Oh, why am I not seeing it right now? But it was right here. Maybe it's further south, because it's South Park. South Seattle College. Oh, they are. Sorry, yeah, sorry. There it is. Look, right there. See? Right there. South Park. South Park, Seattle. And remember, I featured this more than 2 years ago. Take a close look at this. South Park is an area of Seattle. Look, that's the Space Needle on fire, crashed down, right there. I showed you that before. Mount Rainier in the background, yeah, snow-capped stratovolcano. Yeah. And the old Masonic Hebrew Kabbalah wizards here. Seattle on fire, South Park on fire, and the Space Needle crashed down on fire. And it's the truth, huh? Boom. See? South Park. So South Park's in Seattle as well. Right, what else? Yeah. Funky Cold Medina. Right. Maybe I have to go further out, but because there's so much, I've gone into too far. Medina, there's an area called Medina. Hold on, I'll come out a bit. I seem to remember it was up. Where are you? Oh, sorry, there it is. Yep. Right there, Medina. Okay, so right, look, it's right behind Central Seattle. And you got Tone Loc's Funky Cold Medina, which has many different gay meanings to it. As you can see, he's throwing up the eye of the anus and doing the eye of the anus here, right? But yeah, so you got Funky Cold Medina as well. That's right there, right there. Seattle Medina, right there. What else you got? Yeah, that's Seabrook on the edge, right on the Pacific Rim, on the edge of Mount Olympus. Seabrook, Seattle. What else we got? Yeah, Rebel Rhymes did a video on Iron Maiden's 22 Acacia Avenue. There's no Acacia Avenue in Seattle. It's an Acacia Apartments. That's all. So no, but 22 is the date. It's November the 11th, right? So this is what put me on to the looking at the map again. Okay, so you've got. Hold on a second. Let's get back to it. Let's go over here. Over here. Somewhere over here, yeah. Banger. That's the Banger Trident base, right? The Trident submarine base right there, yeah? Didn't we have a lovely time the day we went to Banger? Submarines. Trident missiles. Tomahawk cruise missiles. Okay, Tom Cruise missiles. And it's a Hawk, Seahawks as well. Here's Tomahawk Cruise starring in all those Mission Impossible movies about the Seattle false flag. And including the Tower Bridge operation as well. Blatantly. Seattle Sonics t-shirt. In emerald green, of course. Versus the Phoenix Suns. Nice red and white colours of Hebrew Bolshevik communism behind it. So Tom Cruise, Tomahawk Cruise, target object map, which is a submarine targeting term. Then you've got all the Hawkins, Seattle Seahawks, Sally Hawkins all over the media right now because it's the Seahawks, and Ethan Hawke as well. Ethan Hawke in The Purge, which is, America going on lockdown, do you understand? America going into chaos. Ethan Hawke and Sally Hawkins, The Shape of Water. Mordy, I don't know If that has relevance, it might do. Then you've got the Seattle Seahawks, of course, Legion of Boom, with its missile here, right? The defensive line of the Seattle Seahawks. So you've got tons of references to Seahawks all over the place. And you've also got references to Pike, because you've got, hold on. You've got Rosamund Pike. Okay. Albert Pike. Rosamund Pike. Let's type in, see what films she's been in recently. I haven't got long now, but Doom. Die Another Day. Surrogates. In Surrogates, she actually mentions that place on, there's the Boston hoax, the actual street of the Boston hoax, 666 Boylston, that's it. Yeah, she mentions Boylston Street in that film that came out in 2009. Of course. There's a lot of films. She's The World's End. She starred in this one, United Kingdom, which is all about racial mixing that they want the Goyim to do, so that the Goyim can't get together in any way and form a cohesive whole against the Khazars, who are free for Radioactive. Are you kidding me? She's in something called Radioactive. Oh, there you go. Upcoming biographical film, blah, 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 blah. Rosamund Pike as Marie Curie. Yes, I've of course, yeah, I've actually, yeah, I've already featured that one. So you got the Nuke hoax reference with her as well. All right, I haven't got much time, much extra time, and then of course you've got the Ferris wheel and the Space Needle, Ferris Bueller's Day Off.